Hello, everyone, and we got some big news. NASDAQ, yes, the big trading platform that lists tech stocks, has actually proposed that crypto be classified in four distinct categories, and this might affect all of our trading and transactions in crypto. So we gotta take a look. So, NASDAQ Incorporated, that's the trading, has proposed a comprehensive new regulatory framework aimed at integrating digital assets into the existing US capital markets. So I think they want to integrate digital assets with mainstream investing. I think if we get this, we might get some mainstream money in. I think this could be very important. In a letter dated April 25th to SEC Secretary Vanessa Countryman, NASDAQ's Executive Vice President and Global Chief Legal Risk and Regulatory Officer, John A. Zecca, explained that NASDAQ's vision revolves around creating structured taxonomy and modernizing trading systems. So, NASDAQ, just by doing this, recognizes crypto as an up and coming asset, obviously, an important asset that demands the attention of the market. So, that's a good thing. They also want to frame a clear asset classification as the cornerstone of future digital asset regulation. Now, what's important here is like they're not just shooing cryptos as all securities or all non-securities. They want a successful taxonomy that could actually include categories, and there's going to be four of them, separated into financial securities, digital asset investment contracts, digital asset commodities, and other digital assets. I would almost kind of consider like meme coins probably as other digital assets. I don't really know like what would be considered as securities. I think a lot of them would be considered digital asset commodities. I think if it was Gary Gensler still in charge, I do think he would actually say most of them are financial securities. But now since Paul Atkins is in charge, and with the way Mark Yord has been going, I think almost all of them will actually be considered digital asset commodities or other digital assets. I'm not really sure what the distinction there is, and I don't know if this really helps all that much because, all in all, we still need like classifications, what the classifications actually are. Because if you have classifications and a lot of them fall within financial securities, that doesn't really help us. Now, the solid framework, once they like define the nuts and bolts of it, would actually help. As long as the bulk majority of non-meme cryptos fall into commodities or other digital assets. Now, I don't know what the regulatory body is for the other digital assets, but the SEC would be in charge of regulating the securities aspect, the CFTC probably the commodities, and other digital assets, maybe even like, one of the currency regulators. We're not really sure. My guess is like something like stable coins would be in the other, and like the other will probably be like a category like that where it's like US backed coins or whatever has that. So to support innovation while protecting investors, NASDAQ suggested establishing a specialized trading venue called ATS Digital or ATSD to facilitate trading of commodities, investment contracts, and unclassified digital assets under lighter but still meaningful oversight. So I do like it that they want some oversight, but lighter oversight, because I do think that's what the cryptocurrency market needs. Obviously, like we don't need Gary Gensler's oversight, but this thing where it's complete Wild West and like everyone's running amok, having rug pulls like every other day, I don't think that's really sustainable if you want everyday investors to actually come in. So I really like the idea here. I hope they just do it right, and I think like under Paul Atkins, it's going to be the more leaner side of things, where like the SEC just hands it over to more of the CFTC, which is also not that interested in regulating under Donald Trump most of these assets, and they'll have some freedom. But if we get like a stronger commissioner of the CFTC, which does actually want to regulate, we can get some of those like regulations in. So there's some room for flexibility if you put them in here. And I just want to see like where meme coins will actually fall. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.